All right, so we still got to put primer on it. That kind of helps showing because I feel like when it's all sanded like this, it's a little hard to see everything, but definitely better than the other one. Still has some things on it need to be fixed on it, which I think at this point is going to be expected on some of these old tugs. But this way I can give it a fair grade, price it where we would price it, and then as far as word goes, you know, your guy can look at it and see what he thinks. So a little bit of rust repair here. These are all factory, and this was converted, so we don't have to mess with this too much, or anybody does. Corner-wise, though, pretty good. I mean, it's got all the original little, you know, whether somebody goes back in and fills this stuff in, it's kind of debatable. This was factory. This was probably a spare tire on this particular one, and started to rust out. Looks like somebody tried to put a little bit of filler in there. You can actually still see the wood. This is actually not in bad shape. Usually people take the wood out of it, so you probably want to do that. But as far as, you know, this isn't too bad through here. This is all pretty good through here. And then you got, we think was on this, was off of when we got it, but we think they had a little step here. A little one that you'd hang your foot out. It's hard to say though. Otherwise, I don't know what else they would have had there. And then, of course, this area, which is pretty common. Again, this has got definitely bashed in. This would need to be. The good news about this, though, it's accessible to the bottom, so this should be able to get pulled back out. And this is all pretty good up here. It's got a little bit of a raise to it, but nothing, pretty flat. That shouldn't take much there. This area is all good. I felt one thing. Got two little holes up here you probably want to have filled in. There's a little divot right there, the size of a quarter. And that's all good there. This is all good here. There's a little bit of a spot right there. And this should be pretty accessible from the inside here. This is real solid through here. The floor looks great. Same thing. Maybe they were smaller holes and it wallowed out the other ones. And then kind of a down this area. And here, this same thing on the other side, which is almost exactly what panel they did on that other side. This is all pretty clean though. Corner feels great. Seams here are pretty good. Not too much there. Little rocker, that all looks good. Not as many holes as the other one, but definitely got some holes on this one too. On the wheel wells, but it's all nice on the seams through here, both sides. Okay, this one's got nice and pretty good through there. And then the back area, the floor looks better on this one. Definitely has a little bit of a down. You can kind of feel it right there. Probably had someone put in it heavy, but the ribbing's good. Not nearly as wavy as the other one. Two big holes to fill and patch here. And this one you can kind of see where that divot is, about there. And then this guy here. And then bottom floors, these are pretty dang good actually. There's not much here. There's a little bit itty bitty holes that came through there. This is almost exactly like your other one as far as to pinch to get that on that frame out. They went all the way through the floor. It looks like something they just were doing back in the day. So this, and we'll take a look at the bottom best I can see there in a second. A little bit of pitting in it, but pretty solid through here. And remember, this all gets reworked with the conversion we're doing, and some of this as well. So this will, as a matter of fact, this guy had, they didn't do it, you know, cleanly, but they did a very similar conversion on this Jeep. So, and firewall, again, a lot of that gets reworked. And then floor here, okay, this area up through here, all solid here. There's a little bit of cracking that happened on this tub, so this will get fixed, replaced, repaired, but otherwise nice and solid. And same with the floorboard here. Really, there's not a lot of floor work on this tub. don't know what they had mounted here. It looks like they had something there, so this probably come off or left alone, depending on what you decide to do with that. And then let's look at the bottom here. So those are those same channels. Those look like no matter what direction we go with, you're going to replace some of it. You can kind of see the line there, just that outer side. That pot, look at this one though. That's nice and clean. We don't have to do anything on that one. That area was completely blown out on yours. And that inner one looks good. It's kind of hard to see where we're at, but here's that crack that we've seen from the bottom. Wheel wells, nice and, they're actually really clean. So far this is still a high-grade tub, even with some of the issues on it that you're going to find on some of these. Be interesting to see where they come up with on it. And this one's got a little ding there. All that looks great. And then again, same thing on this side. You can see kind of the line they drew right there, and then all the way out to the edge here. And this is a piece that we can buy. Now this one's solid. Again, we don't have to mess with that, and anybody does. So this little out, reinforce that, and I think your bottom's solid. Get it lined, and then the inside, same thing. Fix a couple little things, line it, and then from there, it's just doing some of the repair on the top side. So I'm gonna fire this off to you. He's still got to put epoxy primer on it for us, but I'll have to come back over here because I have a dentist appointment, or not a dentist appointment, a chiropractic appointment. I got a dentist tomorrow. I guess it's the second, not tomorrow. So, okay, so this area here, you can do a couple things with. If you wanted to go back to original, mount an old school, that would be silly on this Jeep. And the reason being is because that was when they were running real skinny tires. This would not work well with big tires. But anyway, all right, man, I'll shoot this off to you, and then I can get photos of it later when they get it all fibered. Cool?